Hey everyone, welcome back to another review of Ready to Love Last Resort. This is the finale. This shit show is finally over. And I don't know about you, but it's been quite a weird journey. I don't have any notes. I didn't write anything down for this episode. But this episode was pretty simple. It could have been 30 minutes. I don't know why it was an hour. It could have been 15 fucking minutes, honestly. Uh, Before I get into it, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I think I'm going to do Married at First Sight season 12 next. I'm going to be reviewing that. And I'm thinking about reviewing The Bachelor, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. If you think I should, let me know. I can get it on Hulu. I can watch it on there. I think they're up to episode 2 now, so I'm not too far behind. But I don't think I'm going to do it. But I am going to watch Married at First Sight season 12 and review that. If you got any other shows you want me to review, just let me know. Okay, now on this episode, I forget what it's called. It's the finale. As it starts out, they're doing a toast to Denise because Denise left, and when she left, it came down to just 5 people. If she would have stayed, it'd have been 6 with what they wanted, but nobody wanted her, so she had to go. After the toast, they're talking. I think Anthony and Winter are talking, and Rashid and Adriana are talking. It's about nothing. It's some bullshit. Don't worry about it. It's really nothing. It's Rashid telling Adriana that since day one, he's telling the truth. Since day one, since they first got there, it's been about Adriana. He's put all this time to Adriana. He's talked to other women, but they were always second to Adriana. And he's told her that every single time, every step of the way, it's just you, it's just you. But, you know, it's seeming like she has not also expressed that, and he's noticed that. He knows she doesn't, and it's kind of obvious she doesn't feel the same way. So he's just talking to her. And the thing with Rashid and Adriana is that it's obvious to everybody, including him, that she ain't really feeling him like that. And he brings that up later. You see Winter and Anthony talking, and Winter is I just want to touch base. She always just wants to touch base. She always wants to check in. I think Winter is in a very weird place in life by being on the show. And what I mean by that is that I think people have always pursued her because she's very beautiful, very attractive, very intelligent. She has everything you would want in a woman. But the thing was that every woman there also had everything you would want in a woman. So she wasn't just queen of the hill here. And guys had options. And they pretty much opted out for her. Like Anthony, she's with Anthony because there's no one else left. Anthony was not her first choice. He was not her second choice. She had Jay and Edwin above Anthony. But they both were wanted Joy. And when Joy left, both of them left. So shit, she was stuck with Anthony. And Anthony. Anyway, moving on. Winter's sister comes and she talks to Anthony and she asks Anthony about has he ever been in love before. This question keeps coming up with Anthony, and I know he's probably tired of answering it. He says no. He said he's never been in love before. That football was all he cared about. And relationship got to the point where it seemed like it might get more serious than he wanted it to. He would break it off because he knew he couldn't be with her the way the woman wanted to be together. He was like, football will always come first. I will always put football ahead of you. Now, I think that was a mistake on his part because, yeah, a lot of people put their careers first, but they don't just give up on their relationships. I don't know why he decided to do that, but he did, and it was his choice to make, but I don't think it was necessary. But he might have been afraid to try to balance the two. A lot of people put their careers first and still find time for relationships and to be in love. But he decided not to do that. And Winter's sister, who was beautiful too, just like Winter, they're both gorgeous women, expresses that, she says she really likes Anthony. She gets a good vibe from him. She gets a good feeling. Anthony really seems like a cool dude. He seems very carefree, very happy. He smiles a lot. He's always trying to lighten the mood, and he's very direct. Like he doesn't. I don't feel like he plays game. Anthony hasn't played any game since he's been here. He's pretty much just said what he wanted to say, and he pretty much said how he felt and what he thought. He's been very direct. Uh, and then you see Winter meet Anthony's sister. Anthony's sister comes. She's beautiful too. And she's complimenting Winter, telling Winter how she's so pretty. Like she's surprised. She's like shocked that someone that looks like Winter is even talking to Anthony. She was like, "What do you see in him?" Like, and Winter, she like bullshits through it. Like, oh, he's that. The truth is, the people I wanted ain't here. They left, and he was well. But that's the truth. But what she says is that he makes me smile. He does. He's very happy. He is. And he's just a very warm spirit. And he is. And Anthony is probably the only one that really genuinely compliments Winter. He's really paid attention to Winter. He listens to her. I don't think Jay and Edwin cared about Winter as much as Anthony does, but I think Anthony doesn't care about her to the extent that Winter wants him to. So that's the main problem. That Winter is looking for something. She's looking for something specifically, and Anthony isn't that. Anthony said that, I'm not going to be rushed. He was like, I'm gonna do it at my pace because because Winter asked what the hell happened? His sister asked Winter, "Do you have any questions for me?" And what did Winter ask? She asked him something. She asked her, I can't remember what it was. I don't know. Anyway, she said that the thing about Anthony is that he's not a liar. He doesn't lie, and I don't feel like he's lied at all. He's been very honest and open about what he feels and what he thinks, and he hasn't been very manipulative, deceptive, or anything. He's been pretty much just saying what he got to say. Like even with the whole been in love thing, he could have easily said, "Oh yeah, I'm this." He says, "Nope, nope." He just tell people the truth. He just says like, "This is how it is. You got to accept it." And that's what his sister said, was like he's very upfront, very direct. He doesn't lie. He's not going to lie at all. And she asked her about his past relationships and the type of women he's been with, and she said this hard to say because he's never really been with women. Like she said, his past relationships, if you can call them that, because they've mostly just been friends a very long time that hung out together. So to his sister, she's like, he doesn't even be in relationships. Like that's not even a thing he does, is like somebody. He's usually with somebody and they're just friends or whatever, and then he's just like, nah, he's just like, she wanted to be more, and he was like, nope, it's not going to be any more. This is it. But she said, lately there's been a change in the way he acts. Even before he came on this show, Anthony was starting to say, I need someone in my life. I want to settle down. I want to look for love. I want to find somebody to be with. So she's seen the actions that he's done and the things he's been doing and the moves he's been making suggest that he actually wants more in relationships. He wants to do the husband and wife thing, which he hasn't been shown before. Because I think she said before, he was Tony. And then he stopped going by Tony and started going by Anthony. And Anthony is different from Tony, which is something that he said too. Which Winter likes to hear, that he has made the change to be a better person, to be a man that loves and relationships, and it had nothing to do with the show. That was a life choice he made, unrelated to the show itself, which is great. That's really something that's got to be reassuring and make you feel good that he decided to do this before this was even a thing. So that's cool. That's really cool. And we go back and you see Calfani's parents. He's Ghanaian. I didn't know he was Ghanaian. His parents, they meet Adriana. And Calfani's mom asks Adriana, what do you like about Calfani? And Adriana starts fucking giggling. And she's laughing and giggling. And she and it's cute. But it gets old. I think it's gotten old to us watching. It should get old quick. It's still cute though, but when I'm asking you a question, don't be fucking giggling. You know? Because anything that she asked her, Adriana never answered. You know? Because they asked, what do you like about him? And she's like, it wasn't just me. All the girls really liked him. And, so that right there was like, so you don't even like him. When they asked you, what do you like about him? Why do you like him? And your answer is, well, everybody else liked him. The fuck? What the fuck does that mean? Why do you like him? We was all trying to get with California. Bitch, nobody give a fuck. Why do you like... Oh, but she just giggled her way through that and joked her way through that. And it was like, there was no point in talking to her. And I think California realized that, man, Adriana don't know what the fuck she says. So he starts joking, saying, like, it's my pheromones. Like my daddy used to say, we got them Ghanaian pheromones. Women can't resist them. And they start laughing at her, and then she leaves because it was like, you're not contributing. You just here. You're pretty, yeah. We like looking at you. But your conversation is pathetic. And I think, and California asked his parents, like, what do you think of her? And they're like, well, she's very beautiful. She comes across as intelligent. Because Adriana is not stupid. Don't think for a minute she's doing that because she's stupid. She's very smart. And she's playing this very intelligent. She's smart enough to get to the end. Shit, she's smart enough to make it all the way to the finish line. She's not an airhead. If you think that, you're crazy. But, and her parents were like, and they recognize, they're like, she's smart. And she's quick-witted. And it's just sad that she plays dumb. But she does it so well, she gets what she wants. And you go back inside and you see Rashid. Now, Rashid said that he didn't even ask his sister to come. Like, he's like, I didn't want her to come because he feels like, and he said his gut feeling is that Adriana is not going to pick him. She doesn't want him. And he said he doesn't introduce a woman to his family unless they're in a relationship. So he had no intention of his sister or his family meeting Adriana because he likes her, but he doesn't know how she feels. So that's some grown man shit right there. He was like, we ain't together. And in my heart, I don't feel like you even fucking like me. So no, you're not finna meet my family. You're not finna talk to them. About what? We ain't shit. I don't bring strangers to my fucking house, Yeah, that makes so much sense. And he's telling his sister cause they're Skyping, he's telling her like, I got this feeling she ain't really feeling me. She's like this other guy more, and she has to pick between the two of us, and something's telling me, my instincts is telling me, my male intuition is telling me she's gonna pick him. And and he was like, do you want to talk to her? And sister was like, no. Like, if you don't want me to talk to her, and if she ain't really liking you, why do I need to talk to her? Why? For what? And so Rashid was like, you right. Because Rashid had caught, he said he knew, and you could tell he knew like 2 episodes ago, she going with California. But the way shit went down, with people just self-eliminating the shit with Joy tragedy, he is now in this position where he's stuck here with somebody that doesn't want him and is not going to pick him. And you see, he meets up with Adriana later. He has on his I'm finna go outfit. He has on his like, this is it for me. I'm done. He is dressed in his all black. He got his hat on, his chains, his bracelets. He was like, he got his shoes on. He was like, I'm finna say bye and go. He's talking to Adriana. He's telling her, like, the vibe I'm getting from you is that you not finna pick me, and that you ain't really into me. You really into him, and I don't feel like this is courting anymore. I feel like I'm chasing you, and I don't want to chase you because it's a difference between courting and chasing. And he said, I'm not finna chase anybody. If you don't want me, you don't want me, and that's it. And and he's telling her this, and you can see she's kind of in her feelings because she was like, no, you don't leave me, I dump you. Which is fucked up. and she's telling him, it feel like you giving up. California hasn't given up. I don't want you to leave. I want you to stay, and we can still work this out. I want you to fight. I want you to hang in there, and I want you to meet my dad. And Rashid kind of looks at her, and I guess he gets, because she's telling him, no, you need to stay, he gets this glimmer of hope that she's going to pick him. And so he's like, and you can see he pauses, and he's like, 'cause his sister said, go with your gut. If your gut is telling you to leave, leave. And you can see him talking to her when she's saying this, he is fighting with his gut, because his heart, his mind, his stomach is all like, it's time to go. This ain't gonna work. But she put that little worm in his ear and in his penis and was like, maybe she gonna pick me. That's why she's asking me to stay, because she might pick me. Spoiler alert, she did not pick him. He says, okay, I'll stay. I'll stay and meet your dad. So Adriana's dad, who is a therapist and a pastor, he comes and he's talking to California and Rashid, and they're super cutting between the two. And he's asking them both the same questions. He's asking very hard, intense questions. He's asking questions as a therapist and as a pastor. And the answers between the two is so different that you can see the personality difference between the two of them, between California and Rashid. California is more superficial. He's kind of jokey and smiley and laughy. And Rashid is very serious. His answers are very thought-provoking, like they come from deep inside. While California is more like surface level. It's like it's stuff he's never really thought about, And even for Rashid, if he's never thought about it, it's not hard for him to think about it right then. Because they ask you, like, what are your 10 things about you? He asks you, like, what makes you a human? Which sounds weird, but it also sounds kind of basic. Like, what makes you a human? Well, to err is human. Humans make mistakes, and we learn from our mistakes and we grow from them. That's a simple psychology question. It's not. And California was like, that's crazy. I've never heard anything like that. That's such a weird question. It's not very weird. It's like basic. Like, if you took psychology 101, that's, what makes you a human? Can you answer that question? And to fuck up is to be human. To sin is to be human. To make mistakes is to be human. You make mistakes, you learn from them, and you grow. And you develop over time to become a better person. But the basis of people is to mess up. But California was just like, no. Then he lied at the end. Because he didn't want to answer any more questions, so he lied and said he had an appointment. And Adriana was like, we on a resort. Where are you finna go? Like, appointment where? Doing what? So he just didn't want to ask questions anymore, so he just came up with a lie to get out of there. But she just stuck around until he was done with him. So kudos to Rashid. Rashid is really a grown ass man out here in these streets. And you can see he was somebody who was married before, was in a relationship before. Like, it's so much about him that tells what kind of person he is. And I know people don't like him because he's not like the biggest guy. He's not like got a lot of muscles. He's probably not the most handsome, but he is the most mature and open and understanding and most modern and progressive guy there. He really is. And he listens, and he's not confused about who he is and what he is. And Adriana didn't want him. Because she meets with Rashid later to tell him, her dad told her what she was feeling all the time. They cut to her dad. Her dad is like, he likes Rashid. But he says when he sees her with Rashid, she doesn't have that same energy that she is when she's with California, which is what I've said for fucking forever. She is very much attracted to California. When she's with California, she's very into him. She's very happy, giggly, silly. They have a good energy. But when she's with Rashid is much more, involved. He's more hands-on. Rashid is more deep when it comes to her, so she doesn't have that same playfulness with Rashid. But she could, because Rashid is a very playful and happy guy, but she don't like him like that. She knows he's a good man. She knows what he is, but she ain't really. She trying to have fun, and she said California is just more fun from her perspective than Rashid is. So she lets Rashid go. So now Rashid, and I felt so bad for Rashid because Rashid was like, I could have fucking just left. Why would she even tell him to stay? She knew the whole time she wasn't gonna pick Rashid. She knew from the jump, I'm not picking you. So when that man said, hey, I'm finna go to be out because I can already feel you not picking me instead of me, but she like, no, I have to dump you. I have to tell you to fuck off. You can't just fuck off on your own. I gotta tell you to get the fuck on. That ain't right, and she wrong for that. She not wrong for not picking him, but she wrong for not letting him leave when he wanted to leave. And he's stupid for not leaving when he wanted to leave. He dumb because he knew he needed to leave. And his sister told him, hey man, go. If everything is telling you to go, then go. Why would you stay? You knew she wasn't feeling you. You knew she didn't want you. You knew it. You told her to her face. And the thing is, he told her, I know you don't want me. She never said, but I do. She just said, I want you to hang around. She never said, I want you, so I want you to stay so I can pick you up when it's time. She said, no, just stay. So that I can tell you to fuck off later. That's what he missed during the talk, was that he said, you're not going to pick me, and she did not say, yes, I am. She said, you correct, but stay anyway. He should have fucking left. And she should have let him go. They both dumb. So at the end of the episode, at the end of it, it was Winter and Anthony, and it was Cal Fani and Adriana. And you see Winter and Cal Fani, they're standing out. Cal Fani's on the docks. He's saying Adriana wanted to meet him out here. And he's like, I don't know why. I don't know who she picked. Did she pick me or Rashid? Motherfucker, it was you. Shit. Like, I don't know why he said that. Like, clearly it's you. She said, meet me at the boat to leave. Clearly she didn't pick fucking Rashid. He fronted like he didn't know she picked him. He knew she picked him. He was dressed like it's time to go. We felt like they was all dressed up nice. Like, he was like, oh, who did she pick, me or Rashid? Who the fuck you think she picked? And you had Winter. Winter was out there. She wearing this tan dress. She's wearing the fuck out of it. Winter is a very beautiful woman. She really is. And she's dressed nice this whole season. And she's like, well, where's Anthony? I hope he picked me. I'm like, who the fuck else is he? Adriana? Who the fuck else is he? There's no fucking body left but you four dumbasses. Who shit? Why are they? I guess Gary producers. It's Gary's people said to him, act like you don't know. Clearly you fucking know. Clearly you fucking know. There's no goddamn body else left. It's not a competition anymore. It's just who. This was fucking Survivor. This wasn't a goddamn dating show. It wasn't a miso party. Whoever can survive to the end wins. This other motherfucker. You don't even get the shit. What the fuck? That ending was the worst load of bullshit ever. Goddamn Winter is like, oh, where is Anthony? I hope he comes. Where else is he gonna go? Who else? Who? What the fuck? Man, I hope Adriana picked me, even though I'm standing here in the winner circle waiting on her. I hope she show up. Where the fuck else this the only way out this bitch. Where else she finna go? I'm sorry. I'm going off on a rant and a tangent because that ending was fucking nonsense from everybody involved. It was not good. This shit has not been good television. Whew. What made it bad was that it was a competition in the first place. Why was it a competition in the first place? If your goal is for these people to find mates and find people they in love with, it shouldn't have been a competition. They should have just been there getting to know one another. And if you didn't find somebody for you, just say, hey, there's nobody here for me, I'm out. That's it. Why are they competing? You don't do it. No, they should have just came there, hung out, got to know each other, people they probably wouldn't normally meet, and then be like, yo, I really like this person. And then they could see where it goes from there, or be like, you know what, I'm not really feeling anybody here. None of them really vibing for me, so I'ma leave. And that's how you would have whittled it down to the last people. People who were like, there's nothing here for me and I'm gone. Or I thought she was the one, but she's with this other guy and I don't want to get in the way, so I'ma leave. That could have happened all the way through the whole season. They didn't need eliminations at all. All of these were grown people that have been in relationships before. They know how this works, and if they not feeling somebody or somebody's not feeling them, they know it, and they can just leave. That is what it should have been. Making it a competition ruined the whole thing. Because that means it was about winning and not about finding love. It's not about even finding a friend. It's not about shit at that point. So now it's almost over. All we got left is the reunion, and they did a preview for the reunion. Reunion looks way better because there's so much I want to know about everything. Because apparently Alicia was pregnant. It was just so much that was happening, and it's just weird to me. So I just can't figure it out. If you know, you can tell me, and then we'll figure it out together. But that's it for me, man. Just like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you feeling, and we'll get back to this, all right? See y'all.